How do you actually train? I'm going to make this as no bullshit as possible. This is a transformation I did. And so just so you know that I'm legit, I'm not talking shit. And I'm going to give you 5 steps for you to understand that the proper way to train is not the way you're training right now. Most likely. Because most likely, if you're like most people, you just go to the gym and you just try and train. You switch your workout all the weeks. When you see somebody that is jacked with a workout routine, you try and take his workout and it doesn't work and you feel like shit and then you want to give up and you can't stay consistent and you get in that loophole. Okay? So the best way you're going to train, and the way I learned to train, is by really understanding these 5 principles. So the first one of the 5 is that you must train at the correct frequency every single week. The good frequency is 2 times per week for each muscle group. So let's say for legs, you gotta train your legs 2 times per week. Let's say for arms, biceps 2 times per week. Let's say for chest, 2 times per week. Every muscle, 2 times per week. A lot of people say it's not necessary. I don't care. It is necessary. There's a lot of research that says the same thing, and every single bodybuilder trains their muscles 2 times per week. It is the way to do it. You cannot do the bro split. You cannot do one of these dumbass splits, okay? Secondly, you must raise the intensity, right? Most people don't train with enough intensity, and it's actually pissing me off because the thing is that they do is that they go to the gym, and the thing is that I do this myself. I used to do this myself. You go, and you always have a few reps left when you think you don't. And this is what's going to make the muscle grow. The little rep that you do when you think you can't do anymore, this is exactly what's going to make the muscle grow. But most of us, we shy away from that pain. We're like, it hurts, let me stop. No. When it hurts, I promise you, just shut up, close your eyes, and say, I got one more. And actually, you will have one more. But if you say, I don't have one more, you won't. And I promise you, if you start doing this and actually implementing it, you will gain so much muscle. Because I'm going to get to the third point in a few seconds. But like, intensity is like something that most people lack because they're afraid of like pain. Like they're actually afraid. Like, I know I used to be like that because I used to like go on the chest flies and do it. And when it hurted, I wanted to stop. But then afterwards, I was like, wait, I got a few more. And I just told myself, stop being a fucking pussy. You got a few more. I just started doing it. And for some reason, I always got 2 to 3 more reps when I say I don't have more. So the third thing I wanted to come to is progressive overload. Progressive overload only happens when you put the muscle through failure. So if failure means that you can physically not do one more rep. So it's not about, I had a few reps left. If you can't do no more reps, that's failure. And you only hit failure that way, right? By going actually hard with intensity. And the way it works is that your muscle will basically break. It breaks. And when it breaks, it's going to get built. There's going to be new muscle tissue that's going to come to repair it. But the thing is that instead of repairing it like this, let's say the muscle breaks like that, it stays like that, and muscle tissue just come connecting it. So that's why the muscle grows, right? Because if it just did like this to repair, it wouldn't grow. But the muscle breaks like that, and then muscle tissue comes, and then if you break it again, it breaks like that. Muscle tissue comes, and boom, and the muscle gets huge, okay? So you must absolutely do progressive overload, and that's by increasing the weight or the pressure that you put on your muscle each and every, not week, but like if you're bulking as much as possible, like you should gain muscle each week if you're actually properly bulking. So if you're not progressively overloading at least every 2 weeks, you know that there's something wrong either with your diet or with the way that you're training. The third point, the fourth, I believe, point that I wanted to come across was recovery. Now, you absolutely need to recover for your muscle to grow. Because if I just told you that the way your muscle growth is by breaking, the regeneration part happens when you're resting them, either sleeping or just not training them. So prioritize your sleep. Try to sleep at the same time every day for at least 8 hours. I know it's difficult because I don't sleep a lot. It's difficult for me to sleep, but at least 8 hours. The next thing you want to do is don't train the same muscle within at least 48 to 72 hours. 24 hours, you can, I don't really, no, 48 minimum. So let's say you hit chest on Monday, don't hit chest until Wednesday or Thursday. because if you hit it too close to the same period, it's not going to have time to regenerate and grow. So also a supplement that I recommend is magnesium. It's really good to calm you at night. If you can't really sleep, it's really good to just calm you and help you sleep. Lastly, what I wanted to say was you need to understand muscle tiredness. So when you're training, okay, let's say you're on a day you're hitting chest and back. If you start your day with chest, your back, even though it's not the same muscle, it's going to be a little bit weaker, because the thing that does all the moves for every upper body muscle is basically the arms, right? So for chest, your triceps are probably going to be a little bit tired. Your arms are going to be a little bit tired if you start with a certain muscle. For the second one, your secondary muscles, right, are going to be a little bit more tired, and it's normal. But the thing is that if you want most growth on one muscle, you should start your workout with that muscle. Do you understand what I mean? Like, if let's say you want more growth on chest and back day, start your day with chest, and actually go hard as possible on your chest. So that this way on back, yeah, you go a little bit lighter, but at least you got the gains for the muscle that you want the most growth on. And you're going to get gains on both muscles. It's just that you won't be able to go as hard as you did on the first muscle. And also something that you can do is, let's say, on the first chest and back day, you start with chest. On the second one, you can start with back, so that you don't create an imbalance. But me, I always started with back, because my chest was, well, it was big, you know. So, yeah, that's it for today. Just a quick one, you know. I'm gonna start being really serious on YouTube. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm prioritizing Instagram. And by the way, follow me on Instagram. I got like a lot of you guys on Instagram, and it's actually growing like crazy. Always providing value on there, and I'm more active there. But I'm gonna start being active on YouTube for sure, and producing like real quality videos, because I'm not really like happy with the quality of the videos, you know. I want to create bangers. Like, I want to really take this YouTube shit seriously, and that's something I'm going to do for 2025, right? I don't like taking New Year's resolution, but it's good to like look back on your year and seeing what went wrong and what went right. Okay. So I'll see you guys around.